Guys, and welcome to my first video on this channel. Today we're gonna make a scratch project, and this is the first video out of many to come. And in this course of videos, I will make videos of how to make games and different types of things, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of fun things together. So we're gonna start off with the first type of coding, which is block-based coding, which is like where you drag and drop some block with some code, and that it does something, and then you take it and then you snap it onto another block. Now this is some very weird drawing I made, but you see what I mean. So then basically you just drag and drop until you get a whole code, and then it makes a thing. And the best beginner app for this is called as Scratch, and this is where we're making this. Today we're gonna make a classic Pong game. So first you want to get the application installed. If you're on a computer, you can just search up the website, make an account, and create a project. So let's make a project here. It's loading. And here we have tutorials too. See, getting started, add move block, and things like that. First, see, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation on what's going on here. Here you have your a flag and a red button. You can already guess that this is to start the code and this is to stop the code. This is your full screen when you want to see like what's going on. Here you can choose how your stage will look like. This is the stage. Here you can choose the backdrops. The backdrops is like the background. This cat is actually a sprite, so anything you add onto the stage is called as a sprite. Now of course you can name the sprite, but it will always be a sprite. Okay, you can drag these ones everywhere, and as you know, you have 3 buttons here. This makes the costumes, which you have here. So if you switch between 2 costumes really fast, which I will show in another video, you can see the cat will make a walking animation, so it looks like the cat is walking. You can also select costumes here and make. Here you have your code block section, which makes the code. This is where you drag and drop all these blocks here, which you can see, like the turn left 15 degrees or the turn right 15 degrees above it, are all blocks that you can drag around and add. And here's the events block. Now events is like something to happen, so like when I receive a message, or you can broadcast a message, etc. And here you also find the main block, which is called when green flag is clicked, when any key is clicked, and stuff like that, and when this part is clicked. And now these are the blocks which are very important, and without these it will be very hard to make projects. So I'm going to start off simple with, so we're going to delete this little cat and we're going to make a new sprite. So let's draw one, and we're going to go here. Now I want mine to be a white ball but with a black outline so you can actually see it. So here we'll select the fill as the white and the outline as black, and we'll have just the normal 4 there. So we'll just make a small ball. Nice. And by the way, real quick, if you are on computer, you can actually if you hold shift and then you make a circle, the circle will be perfect, and it will be in a perfect it will basically be a perfect circle. Now I'm gonna adjust this circle to the perfect size, and I think that's good. Okay. Next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another costume, which is gonna be or we can actually, instead of making a costume, we can duplicate this one. Duplicate, and now you have the same one. And for this one, I'll just add some lines. Okay, lines, some black lines. Now, basically with costumes, it's a great way to show how to animate things. So let's say the Pong hits the paddle, which is going to be on the bottom side. It's going to make this. Wait, maybe, like a little, some lines, so you can see like it hit that part and then it goes up. So we can name this actually, and naming will be very important. So we can say hit bottom. And then we can switch it back to costume 1, and instead of costume 1 we can say normal ball. Okay, now what to do next is we make more copies of this, duplicate, hit right, and we're just gonna keep on making for all around it. Wait, I've actually had an idea just as I'm making this. Instead, we can just rotate this one. If we select everything and rotate it to 90 degrees, there you have the right. See? Pong. Now we can do hit right. Done. Okay, nice. Now we duplicate this, duplicate, and select. What is that? Okay, and select, rotate, top, hold, duplicate, select, there. Oh, can't grab it. Okay, there. Nice. Now I have this one. See if it lines up perfectly. Perfect. Nice. Well, to the side. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna check if all of these look good. That one is perfect. Wow. This one's just a bit off to the side. Let's. There. That's nice. And for the bottom one, of course, it's gonna be perfect. Never mind, it's not perfect. Oh, I thought I was rotating it. There. Nice. Okay, good. We're gonna go for the normal ball right now. And now we're gonna make the next few things we have to do. Select the normal ball. We have to also select a background and to make the two other sprites that we're gonna use in our game. So let's name this Pong. Okay, nice. Let's start off with adding a backdrop. So let's see here. We have a bunch of nice and cool options. Of course, I would like to import things better, but for the sake of this video and to make it just faster, I'll actually have this in this. Ooh, this looks nice. Ooh, or maybe actually. Wow, we have a bunch of grids here. Okay, this one looks nice. Space. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's nice. You can see the ball because the background is darker than the ball itself, so you can see it very more clearly. And let's start to add our paddle. Make this bright paddle. Now let's make the paddle. And here we are. So we'll go here and we'll fill this one. Now what color do I want? I'll go with the very neon green. How does that look? I also have a black outline. Okay. That is way too big, so we're gonna scale it down. Let's zoom in a bit. Get him there. Oh, that's not, we wanna move to the side. This is just some problems when you do it on like mobile devices and stuff. Okay, let's just stretch this here. and stretch this just there. Okay, that seems perfect. Nice. Let's move it into its nice position. Okay. Actually, on second thought, I actually want to make it smaller to make the game a bit harder, you know? Okay, that's nice. Now, we don't need any more costumes because we already added all the costumes for this. So let's add another one, and we're gonna call this end dot game. I added the dot for no reason, it just sounded cool. But now what this is gonna be, it's gonna be a little black line which is gonna be over here, and whenever this ball touches the line, the game will end. And whenever this ball touches this, it will either bounce in basically any 80 degrees. So it can go anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. And if it touches a corner, it will just bounce, 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 bounce. Now I wish I could have it so that I can make it so this bounced there and there, but there was no block that you can see here for yourself. There's no block that says bounce. Like there's this one which you're gonna use, but there's no other one. This just says if touch bounce. And it's gonna take a lot more code if we want to make it so that it actually bounces off naturally. So we're gonna make it simple and easy. So let's go. When green flag is clicked. Oops, I forgot to make the end game. No. Okay, costumes. Just real quick. Fill is gonna be black line, so we're gonna just go here, make long. Put in the middle. Oh, there it went. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, there. Place it down here. I'm gonna have to place it. I'm gonna place it just on the bottom. Nice. Okay, good. Nice. Okay. So we don't want to have it taking up too much of the screen, otherwise it will basically unplayable. And let's just get started already. Okay. So when green flag clicked, we're gonna have this as a forever loop. Forever. And we're gonna have it. First, we're gonna have it point down with the point in direction block, and we're gonna change it to 180. And we're also gonna make it move 10 steps. Let's make it nice and easy and slow. Check. Nice. Ooh, also, we can also add it so that it goes to its exact position. So instead of y negative 193, we're gonna have y positive 177. I'm gonna place it right there in a perfect position, just in the middle of the screen. 141 is perfect, so we're gonna put the go-to block. So whenever the green flag is clicked, or whenever you press the green flag, it will automatically go up there, so you can play the game again without having any troubles. So now that this works, we can make the next part of the code. So when green flag is clicked, okay, so we're gonna have this move down, and when it touches this block, we want it to jump around. So we're gonna add this block, and we're gonna add the forever block. Now, by the way, keep in mind, if when you make a forever block, you cannot add more blocks since it stops right there. Now you have to make it either inside or above here, like I did. So let's get started. So we're gonna put the if then block. Now this block says that basically if and then whatever, and then if this happens, which you put in that block, it will do something. And then there's also another one, which is then if then else. So if let's say you bounce off this, then it will do the code for the bounce. But if you touch the bottom part, or if you don't do anything, then the code won't do anything, or you can customize it in your own way. But I will be using this. Okay, so let's see here. Touching paddle. Then we want to turn. We want to actually not turn, because if it turns, it will just mess up everything. So point in direction, and we'll go to operators, and we'll go pick random. Now, if you know angles here, see, there is 90, there's 90. So in this area, we want it to go. So what I'll do is I'll just take 80. So 1 to 80, which means when it hits it hits this paddle, it will fly there, there, and instead of flying there, or if we make it above 90, or actually 180, then it will go there, 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 there. Also, I forgot to mention that in Scratch, there's also a negative number. So to make it go from 80 to 80 degrees, so we're gonna have to put negative 80 to 80. Because if you see here, you can take this for example. This is negative and this is positive. So if we say negative 80 here somewhere, then negative 80, it will go in that direction all the way into this direction, the opposite, which is 80. So we're gonna make it 80 and 80, because then it just works. So when it does 80 and 80, it will, let's see here, see, it chose a direction, and it went in a direction. Now I want to see if it goes in many different directions, or it just chooses that one. Nope, it goes perfectly in more other directions. So now what to do is to also, if you come back to this one, you can see how the ball gets stuck on the side. We don't want that. So we'll add the if on edge bounce block, which I showed before. So now what happens is it bounces. Never mind, it does not bounce, because I forgot to put in the forever block. Okay, there. Now it bounces forever on the edges. Done. Nice. That's cool. So next up, we'll add the controls for the death block, or the end game block. So when green flag clicked, forever. If actually we don't need the forever block. If touching and sensing here, end dot game. We'll go to controls and we'll press and we'll add the stop all block. But wait, we will also be needing a variable. So you want a score. Now this of course is optional, but I'm gonna add it for fun. I'm gonna add a score. So I'm gonna change the my variable, which you get default, to score. And when we click set score to 0, we're gonna also have to tick this so it actually shows up on the screen. And now what to do is anytime it touches the paddle, we want it to change the score by 1. So now let's see. Oh, that worked. Nice. So now it will give you score based on how many times you touch the paddle. Now you can see here we have a problem already. It gives you 2 more points, or maybe 3 here. Sometimes it bugs out, but from preventing that from happening at all, we can add the wait 1 second block here in between. So it will do the code again, but it will wait a second, so that doesn't happen. Nice. Okay, so it's working. I want to see if it doesn't. Yeah, no, it's perfect. Okay, so we can also change it to 0.2 seconds, actually, to make it a bit faster. That's still very slow. Why is it very slow? When touching paddle. Okay, yeah, no, we'll keep it like that. Okay. Now that's done. Also, we have to make it so that when you reset, you have score to 0, which is right there. And that's it for this. Now for the paddle, we're gonna go into events. Green flag clicked. We want the paddle to move along its x position, which is this. Now, if you don't know, you'll learn this in school probably also. This vertical line here, or horizontal line, sorry. This horizontal line is called as x. This whole thing is called as x. And the other line that goes from top to bottom is called y. So left to right is x. So I'll write here LR, which is left and right, is equals to x. And top and bottom is equals to y. So basically, it has a bunch of these numbers on a grid. Wait, actually, I can make this easier for myself and go down here and scroll, and you can see we have the XY grid right there. So now you can see actually how this works. So from top to bottom, we have the Y grid, and from left to right, we have the X grid. So on this grid, the ball will move, and you can see here, the paddle, it can move along to left and right accordingly to this X line over here. And let's say we wanted to move to, right now it's on X20. So if it goes to 0, it will go straight in the middle. See? Right in the middle of this line. Now, if we wanted to go to the center, we'll also have to change the paddle's Y to 0, but we won't do that. So now I hope you understand how we can adjust and how we can have things move left and right through adjusting in the X values and the Y values. So let's get started with that real quick. Change this background back to the space stars, and we're gonna have to go here. So a forever block. Now we have to change. If we change X by 10, you'll see just move in one direction smoothly, but we don't want that. So we're gonna actually have to move it accordingly to our mouse. So our mouse's X position, or like wherever you click X position, it will go there. I forgot to add the negative. Hold on. Negative. What is it? I can't find it. This is awkward. I can't find. Is this it? That's underscore. Wait, how did? Oh no. Oh, never mind. I found it. Okay. That was embarrassing. Okay. There. Now teleport back there. So to make my life easier, I'm gonna make it go to its position right now. Oh my days, it's going away. Change this. Okay, now we're gonna go to sensing, and we're gonna make it. You can see here it says mouse X. This is the mouse X position and mouse Y position. We're gonna. Oh, okay. Oh, accidentally click the back button. Okay, we're gonna take the sensing, and we're gonna take this mouse X and we're gonna place it on there. So change by mouse X. Now you can see basically what happens is that it glides around really fast. Why? Because what happens here is that actually changing by my mouse's, or where I'm clicking's X position. So it's just gonna fly towards that direction, but it's gonna keep on flying in one direction because it's changing by that position. So instead we are going to put the set block. This will make it so that it accurately glides across the screen and it doesn't fly like it did before. There you have that, and there. So now you see this works. So it works perfectly fine, and you can add your own things to it. Now I don't know why I keep on grabbing the ball. I wanna just play here. Oof. Nice. So when we hit the reset button, the score gets turned to 0, and this changes accordingly to my mouse's X position. Oops. Now let's finish this up by fixing this problem here, where it is touching the this block, but it won't stop the game, meaning that it's not stopping everything. So maybe if I add the forever block, it will work, because it will do that. Yes, okay. So adding the forever block makes it work. Okay, so here you have your game, your first ever Scratch game, or I don't know if it is your first actually, but yeah. So this is just a simple game, and I hope you guys subscribe and maybe comment and share this to your friends, and this will help me grow, and this will also help me share my content to other people and make other people also happy. Okay, well, see you guys in the next video.